Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He's Garland. And today we are discussing episode 8 of season 5 of Insecure. And this episode is called Choices, okay? Hey,
Choice.
Garland, how's it going, sir?
Everything's going well, man. I can't complain. It's a Monday, two back-to-back Ravens losses, and we're in the holiday season and all. And so, yes, we trucking along, man. We're gonna see what happens with December.
Hey man, two back-to-back losses, but we still in first place. You still gotta deal with us at least for another week, so we can still talk trash then. I
Right,
mean, we got
right.
Aaron Rodgers coming into town. Discount double check, but well, hey, what I will say is they played to their competition. It seems like for the good teams they play well, for the bad teams they play bad. So maybe they'll step up, knowing that you don't want to lose three in a row. So
Calvin, I
we'll
always
see.
say that's why they play the games, and so I'm not
That's
going
why
to
they
count
play
them
the
out.
game.
That's why they play the games, man. You get out there, you can't win it on paper. You got to actually play it, and so how many of us thought they were going to
Exactly.
beat KC? And so
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
And
you
we
play the
actually
games,
should have won yesterday, but we ain't gonna
and we
talk about
should.
that
And the
lackluster
week
play
before
calling
that,
when you get the onside. Anyway, so yeah, man, let's get into this insecure thing. I know the people have been watching. We only got a few episodes left. Let's get into it, man. Let's roll.
all right. Now this episode is a was a mix of reality and fantasy. A few weeks ago, we watched Issa debate her life choices in the hilarious Tired, okay? That episode made it clear that Issa still had feelings for your boy Lawrence, and she wasn't exactly sure about Nathan. Now, Choices Okay revisits the same debate, but shows that Issa's uncertainty has spread to her career decisions as well. And so Issa, she's back on her event promoting grind. Her partnership with NBW Water is going well, and the events that she's been doing is a major success. As a matter of fact, she's been so successful, your boy Crenshaw even had to come back and apologize for his behavior, for his negativity. He realized that working with Issa and the work that she did behind the scenes really helped him, and he has to come with his hat in his hand asking her to partner with him again on another event. And also, she gets a major funds from MBW because of her hard work. And so we see Issa, she's finally reached the top of her plans, and she begins to fantasize about her success at different levels depending on her work. And so we saw two different fantasy or daydream scenarios. We saw if she got with MBW and continued to work with MBW, what that meant, traveling first class, chilling with Ty Dolla Sign, coming home to the big little mansion and whatnot, looking all fly. And also her life with Nathan. Nathan there to cook the meals and to clean the bathrooms. And then we also see, we're going to talk about your boy. We also see her daydream life if she goes ahead and works with Crenshaw in terms of, her getting the community love and getting the love from the people in the streets. And of course, Nathan's still there making, the drink for where she come in, but she really has not elevated in terms of where she was living. She's still working as a manager in the apartment complex, but she's getting the notoriety that she's always wanted. And so she's conflicted with this. And so she's pondering, should I go and work with NBW? If I work with them, would I be a sellout? Or is it too big of a risk to work with Crenshaw because I put my stuff out there for Crenshaw, but then Crenshaw started acting like a fool. And so she had to consult with her girl Molly, and Molly says, hey, look, there's no wrong answers. You have to go with your gut. And so let me ask you this on with Issa and her daydreams and all, having dreams and visioning where you think you could go and do. What did you think about Issa's dilemma in terms of these dreams and her visions and making these difficult decisions?
Yeah, so I don't ever think there's a dilemma. Like so in one aspect, you can get everything that you want, and you can still go back and help everyone you want to help. In another aspect, all you're doing is what they say, keeping it real. But you're missing out on so much more that you could be doing to help the community. Now, I'm one that the whole goal is to get out of the space that you're in.
Mhm.
And if her now it always seemed like her dream was to be part of the community and help the community. But how many communities can you touch flying on private jets? It's your choice, and maybe it's scheduling. I've never been that rich. If you
Right.
decide that I'm going to go to Detroit, but I can't be in LA as much, you got to try. You got to make the attempt, but your obligation is to you and your family. Stop keeping it real for these people that will leave you in a minute. Go out and get what you want. So for me, it's not a dilemma. The only dilemma, of course, for me is light skin or dark skin. But girl, get that money. Get on them private jets with Ty Dollar Sign. Let Crenshaw do his thing. There's nothing that says that you can't reach back and help him out. You know what I mean? There's nothing that says you can't do that. But nah, there ain't no dilemma. Girl, get that money. Get it.
Yeah, I really like Molly's advice that you can have is it doesn't have to be one or the other. Sometimes you can do both. You can find a way to
Exactly.
have a piece of you in both of those things. A lot of times when we are coming to our decisions and going with our gut, I know me, one of the things that I always evaluate when I'm making a choice between two particular things is how do I feel nervous about it? And when I'm going into it, is it something I feel uncertain about? And a lot of times for me, that's the barometer of I've made the right decision because it's out of my hands. It's me taking a leap of faith.
Absolutely.
And so, I think, in this case, we're going to have to see Issa D take that leap of faith, you know, uh, to walk out on, what she really thinks is the best thing for her that's going to make her feel fulfilled. Like you said, you can have the first class flight and you can have the hood too. And just keep living your
Exactly.
dream and keep living your dream. And so, yeah, go ahead. You're going to say something.
So I always think about, who am I loyal to? They always be like, you want to keep it real, you want don't want to leave everybody, you want to keep it real with the hood and this and that. Who am I loyal to? Am I loyal to these people out on the streets, or am I loyal to my family? Does my family want to still be living this in this apartment while I'm still a maintenance woman out here plunging someone's toilet? Or does my family want to be on private jets living in mansions? Like,
Right,
who are you loyal to? Where's your loyalty? Mine
right,
is to my family. I'm
right.
I'm I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? It kind of leads back to what happened a couple of weeks ago with these football coaches taking these big jobs. Come on, man. Would you turn down $10.5 million for for 9 years? No. And if you told your family you turned down that opportunity, they probably put you out the house. And so,
Exactly.
sometimes when those things come up, you just got to go with your gut. You got to go with what you're feeling. And so, I think this is, as we always say about insecure, they always hit on those themes of those things that we all experience, I guess, as young people coming up, growing professionally, getting to what we want to do, and facing those tough choices of, do I take something that might stretch me a little bit, or do I take something that will maybe keep me in a certain place and make me feel comfortable? And so, I want to see what happens in the we only got two more episodes, and so we'll see what happens with Issa D. Now let's slide over to your girl Molly. Now Molly and Torrin, uh, they've been on this. They're working on the second date. They already been out on the first date. We didn't get to see that, but they he accepted. He must have accepted that text as the opening, and they making plans and whatnot. But Molly, she's working with her parents in their estate planning, and Kelly, who has a financial background, she decides to offer her professional help. Now, the discussion of money and how to split it is a difficult discussion for Molly and her siblings and her parents, and the weight of planning has worn her down. Now, rather than lash out at Torian or cancel their date without revealing anything personal, she actually shares something intimate with Torian, and which allows Torian to be there in the way that she needs. And so this is major growth for our girl Molly in terms of this character. So, when we thinking about, the weight of taking care of parents, and this is kind of like both of you and I are kind of like in similar situations. We both have aging parents that we're doing a lot of care for, man. Talk a little bit about how you've been able to manage that.
First of all, I don't know about anybody else, but when you have to parent your parent, my mother is hard headed. So I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it is not an easy job because these folks are grown and they gonna do what they want to do. You can sit here and try to act like you try and take care of them. They basically looking at you like whatever. Like every now and then, I gotta remind myself, wait a minute, this is my house. She don't get to run my house.
Right, right,
Every now and then I gotta remind myself that. No, but it's definitely a task, and it's only a task because I don't want to say most, but a lot of aging parents, just like you saw with Molly's parents, they're just stubborn. Um, they want to put things off that need to be done, and estate planning needs to be done. Doctor visits need to be done. Medication needs to be done. Being safe, like you're not young anymore. You can't just go out, go places by yourself. You can't lift that anymore. You shouldn't be doing all this work. If you fall down, you can't get mad because I want to know what's wrong. I'm not in your business, but you fall,
right,
you might not be getting right back up. Like,
right,
it's a whole lot with parents, and it's definitely a job. However, it's very rewarding because every now and then you can look at your parents and they'll give you that look or say something to let you know, I'm so proud of you. Look at you taking care of me now.
right,
And it feels great. It
right.
feels great.
Yeah, I that thing, that whole scene, man, it just hit home so hard. I'm caring for aging parents. I have an older sister, so we're both caring for both of our parents, and then my wife is caring for her mom, who's also aging. And so getting planning together and how things should be divided. Just a couple weeks ago was in the attorney's office filling out the medical forms of who, should vouch for them if something medically happens, and who has these responsibilities and all those things. And the impact mentally, physically, and emotionally, seeing these once vibrant people now so much more slowly realizing they need to depend on you or others. Although, yeah, you still get that fight. Um, it's funny, Calvin. You said that about the parents saying that they appreciate it. My mother and my sister probably conflict the most because they're so similar. But my sister's just really come in and taken charge of some things, and her and my mother always clash heads. But then at the end of the day, I hear her on the phone bragging about what her children are doing. Oh, my children love me.
Hmm.
My children are taking. But
Hmm.
yeah, you be giving us grief when we took the car keys and we had to get on the accounts and all these things. And y'all know where all my money is. And so you were giving us a little resistance, but it's good to know that they appreciate it. My dad just basically be like, "You need to talk to my children. My children handle all my business." He get a call, he be like, "Give me your number, Garland. So and so called me. You need to call him back. My children handle all my business." And so, yeah, that really hit home. And for anybody that's dealing with it, more power to you. Pray your strength. For those people who are not there yet, it's not too early to start preparing. You don't have to wait. And I think that's the lesson in this storyline. Sometimes people wait until something catastrophic happens and then they start reacting. Sometimes that's a
Absolutely.
little bit too late. Get ahead of it now. Start talking to your parents about what are their plans. What would they like to see happen with their estate? How would they like to see things divided? How would they like to see their body handled or remains handled, just in case they happen to pass away? It's not too early to start having. Where are your insurance policies? What policies you got in the house? Where do you keep your papers? Start getting an idea of what's going on with those things, so you can start preparing now, and you'll be ready. And so, that's what I'm getting. And that thing of her feeling that exhaustion was real. Now, my man Torian, he did hook it up, send the wings and some wine and whatnot. What you think about that, Torian? That was a major play right there.
I mean, yeah. Listen, that's game. That's you. Oh, you can't make it out. Oh, then we
Right.
can have a virtual date. I'm gonna send you the wine, and I'm gonna send. And I think he sent a wing stop. I thought it was thigh stop now, but whatever he said, there it looked
Whatever.
like.
Thighs of
I
wings.
mean, yeah, man, he got the wine and the wings. He was like, wine and wings make everything better. And you see, she was all
Ah,
like,
ah.
she was already going to give him some. She had already
Right.
told her homegirls. And again, as we talked about before, women control that. So she was
Right.
already going to give him some. Now, man,
Dog, she might call
Torian
you
ain't got
later.
to, yeah, don't say nothing else, Torian. All he got to do is just show up. Don't say, bruh, say nothing.
Say,
Just show up.
I think the next
He got that.
episode they're
He
gonna
got
start
that.
off in the bed. Like, yes, thank you for the wings, babe. Thank you for the wine. Yeah. So any of the single brothers out there, that's game right there. Peep that right there. Get
And
your Postmates up.
Torian's an attorney, so that wine that could have cost like 150, $200. You know what I mean? Hey, you never know. It's called investment. It's an
Yeah.
investment.
Yes, get your Postmates up, get your Uber Eats up, y'all young boys out there. you know, get you trying to do all this with no, get your Postmates up, cause son, you can
Exactly.
in the
And
pandemic, you
be
never know, we might be locked down in another couple weeks. You can send
and
that.
be patient. You got to be patient. See, because he could have forced himself over
Yeah,
there with
like
it
yeah,
and been
let
like,
me come
"Yeah, I know
through
you
and
said yeah, but I just
yeah,
wanted to come over and make sure you was all right or whatever." And she done already told you she
right,
don't think she'll be great company. So as
right,
soon as you try to kiss on her and she say, "I'm not really feeling it," he be like,
right.
"Oh damn, I thought I done already told you. See, you messed up." Be patient. He sent it. He sent his representative. His representative was food and alcohol.
There you
Hey,
go,
game. I'm just saying,
gang,
game. Torian got a little nerdy game, game.
gang. Tori, you about to get that wet next time we see you. Next time we pick up next week, Tori ain't gonna be dipping in the wet. All right. Now, after the morning glow of an intimate conversation, Nathan and Issa in the bathroom, and they're talking. Now, let me put a pin right here. Nathan, he turns on the shower, and then he goes in and he starts talking to Issa. Bro, you left that shower running for about 10 minutes, bro. That water bill probably outrageous.
Hold
he
on,
left
hold on,
he left that water
hold
running
on,
for 10 minutes.
hold on. I'm a shower and water person. My wife gets on me all the time. I will cut it on and just leave it on and do whatever it is I have to do.
You
That's
must be
just
related to Paula.
that's just what I do. I don't listen. I take long showers. I cut it when I go in the bathroom, and I've tried to get out the
Bruh.
habit. I'll cut the shower on, and I'll go brush my teeth. I'll cut the sink on, and I'll just sit down on the end of the tub and just brush my teeth. And while everything running, I don't
Bro,
know.
no, you don't.
I do. I do. That's hey, anybody know Katina Coach? She will attest to it. She will definitely attest to it.
Bruh.
But this is let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that he did that I will
Uh-huh.
not do. I'm a straight line person. I like to when I say straight line, I like to take the most efficient route to doing things. Nathan got out of bed, put his underwear on one side of the bed, came over to the other side of the bed just to turn on the shower where he's going to take his underwear off. That's so not efficient.
Yeah,
Just
that
stay
was,
naked and walk over to
yeah.
the shower. Why are you? I know it's TV. I know it's TV. But still, then he put his and then he brushed his teeth. So now you still bruh. Take all your clothes off, then go in the bath. I don't know what it is about that. And by the way, I'm glad they said it. This is one thing I can agree with. Using someone else's toothbrush is nasty. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't care.
Especially if you know they use their
Whoa,
mouth on
whoa,
you.
whoa. First of all, my wife has not commented in like 2 weeks, and
Yes, he does.
that's what you gonna say? This is what we do. We just going.
Well, Katina, if Paula was watching, she would be on here defending herself because I came in the bathroom the other day. She had the shower running and she had to run it water in the sink and she was brushing her teeth, but then she stopped and was doing something else, and the water just kept on running for an additional like 5 minutes, and I inside it was tearing me apart.
I
I wanted to
so
go and shut everything
I
off,
get
but I was like, no, let
I
me
get
just.
told that I'm wasting water. I'm just like, how do you waste water? It just go down the drain and recycle and
All
come
right,
back up. How do
when
you
that
waste
when that
water?
phone when that water bill come, you see. Anyway,
First of all, it don't matter. So
anyway, all right. So let's get back to the real topic. So Nathan, he floats the idea of him and Issa moving in together, and one of her dreams, as she's going through that daydreams sequence, uh, when she comes home and Lawrence is there, she daydreams about. I mean, excuse me. She comes home and Nathan's there. She daydreams about Lawrence. Lawrence congratulating her, which kind of throws her off. Now, while she's talking to herself in the mirror, which is very funny, we love Issa in the mirror. She tries to interpret the dream that maybe things are not done with her and Lawrence. Tita Lita he. And so in the closing scene, Issa and Nathan are at home about to have dinner, similar to her previous daydreams. And she looks up and expects to see Lawrence, but it's Nathan. Now, do you think she's beginning to doubt her feelings about my boy, light skinned Nathan?
first of all, I'm glad you claimed that he's your boy because you can
That's my
have.
boy. That's my boy.
Listen. Let me tell you something. I think it was Sigmund Freud that studied dreams. I think it was Freud that says
Yes.
he who shows up in your dreams is supposed to be who's supposed to be who you mean. Something like that. I think it was
Never
Freud
say
that
no
said
crap
something
like
like that.
that.
Hey, listen. Issa was Issa her subconscious said to her, it ain't Nathan girl, it's Lawrence girl. It's
Mm.
Lawrence.
He
And
said that
let's think
dreams
about it.
are pathways to the unconscious. It's our unconscious thoughts. It's what we want. It's what we
That's
desire is in our dreams.
yeah,
That's what
that's
you were
what I
saying.
said. That's
Okay.
what I said.
That's what you
Listen.
said.
And let's think about it. It seemed like she was leaning towards the dream that was the dream where she stayed back with the kids and stayed back in her apartment in LA. And that's where Lawrence popped up. And that's where she seems to be the most comfortable.
hmm
That's just
I
saying that Nathan is a fantasy, but Lawrence is the real real.
okay. I
Let's have
whatever.
church.
Let's have. I agree with one of our Facebook users. They said that Issa does not know what she wants, and I've
Well,
been
she better
saying
figure it
this
out. She
all
got two
along.
episodes left.
She got to. She better figure it out in 2 episodes. But yeah, it's that running theme of she and to me. Do you feel it's a bit late for her to still be conflicted over the choices that she needs to make in terms of? Oh, I mean, she, she knows that Lawrence is back. She doesn't know if Lawrence and or Condoleezza are a couple, and so isn't it a little bit too late though? She should have kind of, if I'm going to go after what I want, I just need to go ahead and do it.
It's absolutely not too late because um, it doesn't matter how old you are. Love doesn't have an expiration date. Love doesn't have a time limit. Now,
Mm,
if her and Nathan get married, then it becomes a little too late because now
mm-hmm.
your hits if Lawrence and Condoleezza become engaged and married, then it becomes a little too late. But right now, it's not too late. And again, she may not know what she wants. She may be all over the place, but she can be. She's not committed or obligated to anyone right now. Girl, go get Lawrence and his baby. Get him, girl. Get him. Go get Lawrence and his
She don't know
baby.
what she wants. She don't know what she wants. She don't know what job she want to take. She don't know what she want to do. She don't know what man she wants. She got
She
two
knows she want
men.
long. She knows she want long. You saw. We always talk about the look that women give when they want you. That
Like
here's
yeah.
the look they give you when they don't know if they want you anymore. That and that's how she was looking at Nathan the whole.
Like
Once
he
Nathan
stank.
said, "I love you," yeah, like he stink. Like, I don't really understand what you're saying. Like you speak in Latin or Greek to me.
Right.
He was like, I love you," and she was like, hmm.
all she need to do is hug him with her butt out 5 feet away from him, and then that's a sure enough sign that she don't
but
want him no more.
But then she's throwing shade that he ain't even picking up because he was like, "Yeah, I leave my shoes here, this here, this here." She was like, "Oh, it looks like me casa turned into we casa." They were laughing about it, but that shade, that's like, what
Right?
you
It wasn't
doing?
really no laugh. Like I
And
sent
then
Calvin a picture earlier, y'all, of like someone with a messed up face every time they see Nathan and Issa on
exactly,
camera. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not the easiest match. Sometimes it does feel forced, but I don't know.
sometimes.
Most
He
times.
said, "Do you think we should move in together?" And let me tell you something. Another sign that he is not the right guy and he may not be ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
You got to listen to the signs. She said,
Okay.
"Do you think we're ready for that?" He says, "Yeah, we could save on some bills. So you want to move in with me so we can save on some bills? How about, yeah, I think we should be together. I'm
Right.
really into you. I want to try.
Right.
So we can saving on money is, yeah, that's all good, but that shouldn't be the main reason. That's the secondary reason why we should move together. The main reason is because we want to see where this is going, if this is going to work. If you're just worried about saving on bills, you should go live in a shelter. That don't make you pay at all. I'm
That's
just
true.
saying.
He wants to be together out of practicality, not because of we should be together.
Or
Mhm.
so I'm not necessarily going to say that. I'm going to say that he still isn't ready to fully express his feelings or fully be committed to her. It seems like the whole we could save money thing was kind of a cop out to instead of him just saying, "Yeah, I'm really into you." You know what I mean? He's still kind of reserved. And if you're going to move in with somebody, you got to lay it all out there. And it just doesn't seem like he's either ready to say it or ready to do it yet.
All right. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Someone say Issa doesn't know how to be by herself. Maybe, yeah, maybe the decision is let me just be by myself and figure this out. So I don't know, but it's coming to a head because we only got 2 more episodes left. And it looks like next week episode, they're all in the same space at the same time at Derek and Tiffany's going away party. And so we're gonna see it come to a head of, is Nathan going to get up and run like he normally does? Is Issa going to act crazy like she normally do? Is Lawrence just going to be El fuckboy?
Did you catch when we get back to Rayshawn and not Rayshawn,
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw,
Mm-hmm.
and he said to Issa, he was like, "Yeah," and we got Blue inside. I was looking for Blue to pop out and be like,
Yeah,
"Pop,
yeah.
Pop."
Yo, when
Hey,
he said
Pop, who
it,
is this, Pop? I was like, let me find out. Ralph Angel then popped up in Crenshaw.
Calvin, when he said they had Blue inside, I thought the same thing. Like, oh God, if they bring Blue out on this one, I'm gonna go crazy. Pop.
Hey, shout out to Tyra Banks for giving the key to the city in
Yep, get ready to
LA.
say.
Yeah,
Shout out to
nice,
Tyra Banks.
Tyra
And
Banks.
also, we see Issa's brother for the first time this whole season and all.
Yeah,
So, yeah, he
it
made
looks
an
like he's
appearance
gonna
as
be on
well.
next week too. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Issa brother. I like Issa
yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I thought Blue was going to come out like with his hair all frizzy and whatnot. So, you sure you want to work with this man? Because he can't manage no money.
He'd be
Issa,
like,
go
Pop,
with MBW.
I'm glad you're not trying to do the crop anymore, cause that don't ever work. And then Dollar coming out. Ralph Angel, we need
Right.
Blue. Go inside. Ralph Angel, you know I love you and I'll be there for you anytime. I don't know why she always talk like she's so dramatic and she
Calvin.
whispering it out.
We
Ralph
need to
Angel.
DM Ava DuNay. That would have been a great crossover. Too bad the season's is already over. They've done taping,
They can
but
you
that would have been
imagine
a
them
great
crossing that over?
crossover. Oh my god!
They walk in and then all you see is Hollywood like, oh man, this look like
Right.
the real.
With a tight, extra tight shirt on. What's going on out here in LA?
Or they can have Prosper in there. He can be like, well, I guess I can just die here. Cause
Right.
anyway, man. Anyway.
Oh god, oh god. Anyway, yeah, man. So that's our episode choices. Okay, so we got two more left, and we're
Two
looking
more.
forward to the countdown. And also, there's a documentary that's going to be airing on the day after Christmas. I don't know if it's going to air just on HBO Max or if it's going to show before the final episode. Maybe because Succession ended last week, so you never know. But this is going to carry us up through the last Sunday of this month, and so looking forward to the next couple episodes.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
last two episodes. So,
All right. Closing thoughts.
hey, man. So on Sundays mostly, but there's some other days. But on Sundays mostly, my wife watches the Real Housewives show. So I think on
Okay.
Sundays we'll get Atlanta and we'll get Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of, I guess you call it inactively watching. Like I might sit there and watch, but I'll be doing other things. But certain things will, spark and I'll look up. So I know who the characters are and this and that. The one thing I hate about these shows, the obvious thing is, I hate to see these black women bickering, but whatever, it sells, they making money, everybody happy, whatever. The one thing I hate about these shows are the guys. And it's not the guys, it's the ones that want to be a part of the show and part of the argument. Like when they go on a reunion show, if I went in, I would just sit there. Let them
Mm-hmm.
women argue, man. These guys be arguing with the women. I mean, like, do you want to be on this show? Like, do you want to be a housewife? I never understood that. So yesterday, um, the Porsche girl who
The
left her
Porsche girl.
husband and got with her friend's husband is now on vacation with her ex-husband and her husband and his mother and her sister because somebody had a robe. Anyway, the whole thing is the ex-husband is sitting there arguing with these women about something. The current husband is sitting there quiet. And my wife said, so he ain't even got nothing to say. I was like, he shouldn't have anything to say. First of
Right.
all, he know he wrong. But secondly, the show ain't about him. It's about these women. Let them women fuck. I would be sitting back there too, just and every time a server walk by, I'd be like, can I get another drink? I just let them women argue. Stop arguing with these women, man. Y'all look terrible on TV. Chris Samuels of the Washington Redskins, you too
Yeah.
big. You make too much money to be arguing with these women. Man, let your woman keep beating up that girl or fighting or whatever she doing. You just sit back because they want the husbands on the show. Stop arguing with these women. Stop it. It's awful. All right, that's it.
Yeah. I just it's that 15 minutes of fame, man, because I don't know what it is. It's beyond me.
Chris
But I
Samuels
did
played in the
love the
NFL.
yeah,
His money is
he
longer than any of them. He don't
yeah.
need 15 more minutes.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it was Chris Samuel's wife that went off on Giselle, right? Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think they went off on everybody, but then he started pulling out papers talking about, but you shouldn't be saying this. And she even had to say, "Can I get security for this big mouth?" Like what the?
Right, right. Yeah, dude.
Anyway,
Dude, yeah,
it just
you
bothers me. It
yeah,
really
I'm
bothers
with you. I'm with you. Yesterday, this is not necessarily a rant as much as an advertisement. Yesterday, I forewent the Ravens game, watching the game on TV, and I went out with my wife and my daughters to Center Stage to see a local production of Dreamgirls, and it was outstanding. I mean, no Jennifer Hudson was not in the play. No Jamie Foxx was not there. So some of the singing, it was a little shaky, it was a little off, but it was a great opportunity to get out to support a local arts based group called Art Centric. They're a bunch of Morgan State graduates that are doing art production and plays and different things like that, and an opportunity to go to center stage as well, take in some culture. And so the show has been extended a week. I think it's running through the 19th. And so if you get an opportunity, I want to encourage you to go and check it out. We had an outstanding time. They are very COVID precaution. You have to show proof of vaccination to get into the show, and so you don't have to worry about are people here with shots on or whatever. Have their shots and all those things. You have to. You can't be like Antonio Brown and bring a fake card. You have to show your vaccination card. You have to wear a mask the entire time. No one was unmasked except the actors, and they even cleared the first three rows from the stage because they did not want people sitting under the speaking of the actors. And so they did everything that they were supposed to do to protect the audience. And so if you get an opportunity, a nice little date, they had a couple matinee shows, check it out. Dream Girls at Center Stage.
Yeah, Center Stage is actually a great place to go. You get a lot of local talent there. If you just
Mm-hmm.
look on their website, actually, if you subscribe to their website like I do, they'll send you a lot of the things that they do. They do a lot. They during the COVID, they were actually doing online plays. They were giving it out
Right.
free that you could just
Mm-hmm.
watch. It's funny you said they cleared the first three rows because they don't want you sitting under the actors. If you've ever gone to a play and sat close and sat on the side when the spotlight hits,
You
when
can
the
see it.
actors talk, they have to enunciate. All you see is spit flying out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
You can
mean
feel it.
just a little spray. I mean, that just be
Right.
shooting.
Right. So
I
you
just
can
remember thinking,
imagine
I
with
would
this, they
never,
singing and all that stuff.
I
So
would
yeah.
never, ever,
Mm-hmm.
ever sit in the front row at a play because
Yeah.
oh, just disgusting. But anyway, hey
Yeah. So
man,
go see it. Go see it.
great.
Mm,
Definitely go see the plays. Go to
go see
Center
it.
Stage. We got a lot of actually
Mm,
a lot of stuff. If you go to the Hippodrome and you're a big dude like me, don't sit at the top
okay.
because the seats are too tight. But you can go downstairs. The seats are a little wider.
Yeah.
Just
And it
about.
was if you ever been to center stage, it is kind of tight and all. So I got my little hips in there. I felt a little good, sitting there and didn't have to turn on one cheek and the other cheek to try to get it in and stuff. But it was a good show. The show ran probably and they had an intermission. So probably about 2 hours. I think we had a 3 o'clock show and we were out about maybe 5:30, something like that. So yeah.
Listen, it must be good. Garland said he ain't even watched the Ravens game. He
I didn't even
went to
watch the
the
Ravens game. I
right
went. I,
on
I
play.
went to the play with my wife and daughters. Like, yeah, like I looked at them like on a Sunday at what time? They're
And
like,
I
we
ain't even,
know.
I ain't, hey, don't, hey, I,
Yeah, I
K-
go.
Katina, Katina, your husband would never. So anyway, so again, this is all things black with Garland and Calvin. We will see you all next week
Next
when
week,
we
y'all.
discuss episode 9. I'm Calvin. That guy's Garland. We hope you all have a safe week. Hey, and we got to come
Yeah.
up. We are going to do our viewer appreciation, but we got to come up with something like we did last year. If you remember, we gave away $5 gift cards for Amazon
Yeah.
and did a little Christmas battle and all. So we're going to think of something to appreciate you all. So we hope you all can join us. But more of that to come later. And lastly, again for the last time, this is all things black with Calvin and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He is Garland. We
Peace,
will catch
everybody.
you all next week. All right, Garland. Have a
All right,
good one,
Cal.
sir.